Island channel. I'm David in my kitchen. Welcome. It's a weeknight. As usual, you know we got to get food on the table. It's winter. Freezing cold. I'm sorry for the Midwest. The Midwest is about to get some stupid sub-zero temperatures. My heart goes out to you. But we live in New York here. We're used to getting beat up by the cold. So, you know, bundle up. Bundle up. So it's winter. And one of my favorite things to make during the winter, something that's like a hug from the inside, is a nice warm bowl of chili. Now, you have different types of chili from different regions. We're in New York, we don't have our own type of chili, so we adopt, you know, we're a melting pot of cultures here, so, you know, we adopt recipes and we adopt the ways of other people, and you know we kind of make it our own a little bit. But today I'm going to be making chili with beans and with meat. So it's not just an all meat chili that you find in certain places, or you'll find an all bean chili in certain places. And I'm going to throw a little corn in there, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. So stay tuned for this episode. Watch, like, comment, share. You can find me on Instagram at RASMALICE. That's Rasmalice. That's, you know, food photography and other stuff that I'm into. Like I said, welcome to the kitchen, and we're gonna get cooking. So making this a meat chili, I decided to go in the direction that a little bit unorthodox, a little bit different. I got some turkey sausage. This is spicy Italian turkey sausage. And I'm gonna use this as my meat element in here because I saw spicy when I was walking past. I was gonna just pick up some ground turkey. And I saw spicy when I was walking past, and that kind of grabbed my attention. You know, you like your chili to be, I don't know about you, but I like my chili to be very nice and spicy and warm. Like I said, it's like a nice little warm hug from the inside. I don't wanna make it like a 5-alarm chili that's like, you know, gonna burn everybody out. But I do like a little bit of heat in my treat. So I'm gonna use this spicy Italian because it has a nice spice level to it. That's a mild heat, and it has a lot of nice flavors in the sausage. So I'm just gonna break these sausages down into smaller pieces, and then you can incorporate that into the chili just like a ground meat. So what I'm gonna do is just get the sausages together on the board, and I'm just gonna start breaking them down. And turkey sausage is very soft compared to other case sauces like beef sausage or even pork sausage. Has a very soft texture to it, so it's almost just like ground beef anyway, but it has all these nice little spices to it that will work nicely in this chili. So I'm just cutting this into some smaller pieces, and as you see, it's kind of like getting like a paste already. This is just about ground turkey. So, and the good thing about this is it's already a sausage and it's already seasoned. So for this part, I won't have to do anything. I'm just gonna add this to a hot pan and get it cooking. So this is all diced up, and I can just move on to the next. I like this meal also because it's like a one-pot wonder. So I got my pot going under some medium-high heat. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. And this is about 7 cloves of garlic. Yeah, it's 7 cloves. I'm a garlic holic. So even when a recipe says, oh, 2 or 3 cloves, yeah, I'm like, okay, 5, 7, okay, we're about 10 cloves. Yeah, so I started with 7. They were all big. So 7 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna get my ground turkey sausage straight in. All you're gonna do is just combine that with the garlic and just break it up a little bit. It's gonna start browning. Sticking to the side a little bit, but that's okay. This is gonna be the base for our chili. So we're just gonna maybe a little bit more oil to prevent some of the sticking. And this will be the base for our chili. And once this gets browned up, I'm gonna add a couple more things. and a couple more things. And then soon enough, we'll have some nice chili. So I'm just gonna let this go for a little bit, come back and give it some more love, and then move on. Turkey is browned off and looking pretty good. Smelling crazy amazing. That garlic in there, all of those Italian spices that are in there, oregano and fennel seed and basil. It's all a little bit of pepper, red pepper and stuff like that. This smells really good. It's getting cranked in here. There's some little brown bits in there. I'm gonna get those up in a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of tomato paste in here as a base, and this is about a good teaspoon of tomato paste. I'm gonna mix this in. Nice rich base to the chili. It's gonna give some of that nice red color also. Nice. We'll let that combine for a little bit. So I let that tomato paste combine with the turkey and develop a little bit of flavor. There's a lot of nice bits on the bottom of this pan. So I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna use those bits to our advantage. We're gonna deglaze this with a little bit of vegetable broth. So just pour it in there, and then it's gonna alleviate those little brown bits. That's little bits of seasoning and some of the meat and some of the tomato paste. That residue that's left over when you caramelize something. And that's all, you know, when it's caramelized like that, it's sticking to the pan, but that stuff is flavorific. You don't want to let none of that go to waste. So when you just add some liquid to your pan, hydrate that stuff, and you can scrape it right off. I'm ready for a little bit of seasoning now. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. That's a nice pinch. A little bit of black pepper. Another nice pinch. Some paprika. Just a few shakes. And a little bit of cumin. I want these flavors down in that meat, because we're working this as our base to our chili. Oh man, that cumin hit there. That cumin. That's one of a kind flavor right there. Ready for some veg action. So I got a half of a bell pepper, a half of a large white onion, and then just a white part of a scallion. So all of this gets ready to jump in. Can't have this chili without some beans. So we got 5 cans of beans altogether. This is a 3-bean chili. We've got 2 cans of black beans. That's a regular 15-ounce size can. Shout out to my people at Goya. I got 2 cans of small red beans and 1 can of white beans. I rinsed the beans from out the cans. I don't know what that gloopy stuff is that they can the beans with. It's probably just water and salt, and it breaks down to that kind of gloopy mess. But I don't really like cooking with it, so I used to like to rinse my beans off. So then you're gonna just combine this with everything that we've had. Do it gently so you don't break too much of the beans up, and stir from the bottom to the top and get everything combined. And we're gonna come in here with some more little seasonings. So here's what we got. Some salt, some black pepper got buried underneath there, some cumin, some red pepper flake, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. So I'm gonna just mix this up as usual and give it a nice little stir. And then we're gonna start seasoning. I'm gonna come right over the top, stop, and I'm gonna stir. seasoning comes in contact with some of the stuff, not all of it. So you want to do this so you get a fair amount distributed throughout the pot. So there's some more. Again, I'm just going to stir, get everything from the bottom up to the top, everything from the top down to the bottom. All right, one more little handful should do it. I'm going to reserve the rest of this either for another day, or as I go along, I'm going to taste and see if it needs a little bit more seasoning and adjust according to the taste. So I got all this stirred up. You know I need a little bit of heat in here because it is chili. I got some canned whole green chilies. These are mild. Again, I'm not trying to burn anybody's face off. This is not five alarm chili competition. So I got about 2 of the small green chilies. And I chopped them up. Those go right in. Give it a nice little stir. And that'll bring a little bit of mild heat to the flavor. A little bit more black pepper for that slow and intense burn. And now, pièce de résistance. I'm just gonna fill this with some of this vegetable stock, right until I start seeing it peek out. I don't want it to be too watery. You see the consistency of it is very thick right now. So you know what? I'm gonna finish this. And then as this cooks, the onions are gonna release a little bit of liquid. The pepper is gonna release a little bit of liquid. The meat will still release some more of its hidden liquid. And so this will fill up a little bit more. I've got some corn that I'm gonna add a little bit later. I don't wanna add it now because I like the corn to have a little different texture contrast. And I'm just gonna bring this up to a boil, and then I'll reduce it to a simmer, and we're pretty much gonna be over and out. Give this a little check. Oh, that's bubbling away real nice. Let's give it a taste. Get a little bit of everybody in there. Yeah, look at that. Me likey. All that flavor is in there. Not too hot. It's not too salty or anything. I want something though, because it is chili. I need a little bit more heat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sneak in a little piece of habanero. This is just the tip of a habanero pepper that I cut off and give it a little rinse just to take some of the extra heat off of it. So I'm gonna do is just drop this like it's hot. And then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of adobo. Now, this adobo is from the chipotle pepper. Now the chipotle pepper is a smoked jalapeno, and they preserve it in this adobo sauce. It's very smoky and packs a little bit of heat to it. So I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon in here, just a teaspoon, and that is gonna do it for pepper. I'm sure that that's gonna pump my flavor up right where I need it to be. I'm gonna keep my eye on my habanero because I don't want it to get away from me. Be back. All right, fished out my habanero. I don't really want to keep too much of a close eye on this thing. I just want to kind of chill now. So I'm gonna add my corn. I got 1 can of corn that I rinsed and drained. I'm gonna add that. And give that a stir. It's coming together real nice. We got some really good elements. You see our sauce is starting to thicken up. It was very loose before. As you simmer it, it's going to start to evaporate a little bit from the top, and it's going to thicken up that sauce. So it's going to make a nice hearty bowl of chili. I don't like my chili to be all runny. It's kind of gross to me. I like my chili to be nice and thick, like a stew, a bean stew. You know what I mean? So we're just going to let this simmer for some more time, and then soon it'll be time to eat. One thing about chili is, if you want it to be done right, you gotta have a little bit of patience. Just gotta let it chill. It's chill and chili. Just let it simmer away, let the flavors build, and then, you know, keep checking on it every once in a while. Give it a little stir. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom, and make sure you have it on a nice medium-low temperature, just simmering away. You don't want it to be boiling rapidly and getting all burnt up, because if you don't pay no mind, it's going to burn up on the bottom of your pan. You're going to have some scorched chili, and nobody's going to like you. It's happened to me before. Anyway, just chill. Keep an eye on it. But, you know, stay around the kitchen, but, you know, just chill. Oh, yeah. This chili is done. Check it out, it's bubbling away. Beautiful. It's thickened really nicely. All the flavors are combined. Corn, the 3 beans, sausage, a little tomato paste, onions, all of the seasonings. This looks really good at this point. I think this will call this a done. I'm ready to eat. So let's plate this up a little bit. Save some for everybody else, Dad. All right. A few scoops, right? I just made a little white rice to go with it, just because I got Dominicans in my house and I can't really make anything without rice. It's in my contract. We can't help it. We eat rice with everything. Hello. Chester wants to get in on the action. Chester, come say hi. Say hi to the camera. Look over there. No, he's looking at my plate because he thinks he wants to get in. He wants to dabble in on my chili, which he's not going to get to. So I'm just going to finish this up with a little bit of green onion. That's the top of the white part that I use to season the chili. So just for a nice extra little fresh bite. And let's give this a little taste. It is hot on a cold day. I burnt my mouth before. I'm not lying. So I'm blowing. I don't want my taste buds to be gone tomorrow. These beans retain a lot of heat. I think I did a good job. Well, turkey chili. You saw it here on the Cookland channel. I'll see you next time.